The month of February 2022 would be an exciting month for many rail fans along the KCS. The iconic Southern Belle business train would be departing the Belle House at Deramus Yard in Shreveport for a system run from Laredo, Texas to Kansas City. While work and finals week would keep me from following the set of F units on its initial run, it worked out that it would be returning to Shreveport on a Saturday. So we left our homes at 3 in the morning to work our way up as far north as possible. Departing the Heavener, Oklahoma yard around 6 a.m., we'd meet with KCS 1, 2, and 3 just south of Rich Mountain in Eagleton. From Eagleton, we'd follow the BKC SH-25 all the way down to its base in Shreveport, so sit back and enjoy the Southern Belle, southbound to Shreveport. With the chase on, we'd set up at the Mena Depot. Dispatch notified the crew of KCS-1 that 2 northbounds were getting close, so they would be sent in the hole at the Potter siding just south of here. The Mena Depot is an example of Kansas City Southern's critical role in the development of the region. Mena is among a list of towns that were formed thanks to Arthur Stilwell's vision of a rail line running from Kansas City to the Gulf of Mexico. In a field just north of Hatfield, Arkansas, we'd wait for an hour for both northbounds to clear. The first of the pair was one of the multiple TXU coal trains with the typical sight of Burlington Northern Santa Fe units in the mix. The second northbound would be Daily Manifest MSHKC. 2 Belle GE ES-44 locomotives led the charge with an SW-1500 in tow. While these switchers no longer are seen on your large yard jobs at Deramus, you'll often see road trains transporting these little engines to smaller yards across the system. With both northbounds clear, the main line would once again belong to the OCS. With the Holiday Express being canceled the last few years due to COVID-19 and its variants, seeing the business train on the move is a rare occurrence. Its last move was in May 2021, and that would be the only move of the year. And also, with the upcoming merger with Canadian Pacific, we won't know what OCS run will be the last, so we had to jump on the opportunity to get as much footage of this staple of the KCS fleet as possible. Here we see KCS-1 passing by the crossbucks that guard Hatton Lane in Hatton, Arkansas. The F units are all of Canadian heritage, ironically. The ABA set all served the Canadian National for a number of years before being acquired by Via Rail for passenger service. We leapfrogged ahead of the train at the sharp curve in the town of Wicks. For those who don't know, the business train was made in inspiration of the classic passenger service, the Southern Belle. This service ran from Kansas City to New Orleans. Along with the beautiful angles that the Shreveport sub has to offer, part of the reason I had a blast on this chase was that this is part of the original route of the Southern Belle. So unless you have a time machine, this is as close as you can get to the 1950s on Kansas City Southern. While a decent amount of this chase was just kinda winging it, Gillum was one of the few exceptions. After shooting this curve back in November, we absolutely knew that we needed the OCS here. And to make things easier, dispatch told the business train to take the siding and await another northbound coal train. Union Pacific Power was in the lead of this one with a trio of Belles trailing. The OCS was halted at the opposite side of the siding. We expected it to roll up right in front of us for the roll-by, but that didn't exactly happen. Our coal train clears through, and minutes later, our office car special rolls up in the siding track to get back onto the main. A few miles south, we get an overhead view from the Highway 59 overpass in between Gillum and DeQueen. This shot reminded me of some of the scenes I watched as a kid from Q-Star's Continental Divide production. After parting ways with a fellow chaser from Arkansas, we decided to head to Ashdown to film pacing footage. Pacing footage of the Belle has been a bucket list item for me for a long time, so finally getting the opportunity is definitely a highlight in my days of train watching. You'll notice the Michael Haverty decal on the side of KCS-1. Mr. Haverty was the previous CEO of KCS and shaped KCS into what it is today. He is credited with the formation of the NAFTA Railway and can also be recognized as a major part of the Meridian Speedway venture, becoming a successful intermodal route partnered with Norfolk Southern. There is so much more to this man's career, and I encourage you to do some research on him. We were now closing in on the final stretch of the run. Deciding Texarkana would bog us down, we went ahead and crossed into Louisiana for the Mooring Sport Bridge over Caddo Lake. This was my personal favorite shot of the chase. We managed to beat the train to the north side of Deramus. We've been visiting this spot for well over 5 years, so ending an OCS chase here would be the perfect finale to our exciting day. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, leave a like down below. While I hope this isn't the last time I filmed the Southern Belle, if it is, it was definitely a perfect way to say farewell. As always, I'll see you somewhere trackside, and thanks for watching.